Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, June 6th, and today my neighbors are cutting their lawns yet again. Today is my son Danny and Shannon's anniversary. Get a song even though they don't watch. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. So hard to believe. And then also it's Steve Lopez's birthday, so Steve gets a song. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Steve, happy birthday to you, cha-cha-cha. I didn't want to do the filming inside because it's such a gorgeous day. I didn't go for my walk yet, probably going to go this afternoon. My freezer is getting delivered today. I really think it is because I have gotten in the last 4 days at least 8 text messages telling me that they're coming today. And I've gotten 2 emails, so I'm sure that they're going to possibly show up. But Jim had some running to do, and so I wanted to be here just in case they come right at noon. Sometimes they even come before noon, so I want to be here. We got the garage all cleaned and rearranged, so it's going to go in. I'm just so excited. So the BJ's that's supposed to be opening by us in June, I don't think it's going to be open until September or October, and I have to go for a scan for my thyroid on Monday, and so the other one, which is near the hospital where I have to go, let's go in the house. It's getting a little loud. So anyway, the hospital, let's get a little more comfortable. The hospital where I'm supposed to go is near the other BJ's, which is probably about 45 minutes from my house. So I figure since we're over there anyhow, so we want to get some stuff to put in my new freezer, yeah. But anyway, what was I going to talk about today? Back on track again today. I did stay within I had my 10 points, 10 fruits and vegetables all week. Sunday, not so much. I kind of went off on Sunday. Not kind of went off, I really went off. So if you watch my meeting highlights, you know I went way off the deep end. And so I did have a 1 pound gain, and totally understandable. I totally know why I gained the pound. And I think it was just, I have a mindset of like, I had 2 pounds I lost last week, and I always know in my mind that the following week that really wasn't a 2 pound loss, that it's going to show up next week and I'm not going to have a loss or I'm going to have a gain. So my mindset works that way, and I'm really kind of losing patience. I'm just not known for my patience. I really am not. And the closer I get to the 100 pounds, the more anxious I get, if you know what I mean. And it's just driving me crazy that I don't have patience, and it's just, you know, like that little doggy that I showed you at the beginning. Sure, I forget exactly what it said, but it was to the point of, you know, I'll be on this plan and I'll stay with it, but I'm going to complain all the way around. I'm going to complain every step of the way, because it sure sounds like I'm complaining a lot lately. And it's just because I just want to, it's too late now to turn the clock back, but I just so wish I would have done this back in my 30s or 40s, when it would have been so much easier. And not to say that it would have been easier, because I know I offend a lot of people when I say that. I don't mean it in the sense, losing weight is hard no matter what your age is. I understand that completely. But it's just a fact of life that once you've reached menopause, or you're premenopausal, you're going to find this out, that it's a little bit more difficult to lose weight, even eating the way you would have ate when you were like in your 30s or 40s. Because your body just doesn't cooperate like it used to. And still the mindset is the same no matter what your age is. You know, you have to have the right mindset to lose weight. And it doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 50, 80. If you don't have the right mindset, it's going to be difficult to lose weight. But a fact of life is a 20 or a 30-year-old is going to lose their weight quicker than a 70 or 80-year-old. It's just a fact of life. It's just the way your body works, because your body just slows down. It just kind of, sometimes it's just not kind. And so that's what I mean when it's a little bit more difficult to lose weight when you're older. It's a trying process no matter what. It really is. And it's just, I just wish you know, anybody can go back and wish, you know, wishing and hoping and thinking and praying, all of that. Dusty Springfield. I just know that I never want to go back to weighing 304.2 pounds. I just never, I know a lot of people have lost their weight and they say they're never going to go back, but then they do. I'm never going to go back, and I know that I'm not. I'm going to struggle every step of the way. I'm going to complain every step of the way. I'm going to bitch and moan every step of the way. I know that. But I also know that I don't ever want to go back to that. I just don't. I didn't realize how overweight I was, how fat I was, how morbidly and grossly obese I was. I always just thought I was a little overweight. I look at those pictures now and I know, no, Sandy, you were in denial for so many years. And I struggled for years and years and years. I've been on some sort of a weight loss program my whole life, but majorly since the 80s. So we're talking 40 years of struggling. And now I've just accepted the fact that I can't eat the way I want to eat. It took me 40 years to figure out that, you know, I can't eat pop and pizza and cupcakes and fast food and restaurant food and ice cream and cake. I can't eat it like I did. And it took me 40 years to figure that out, but I figured it out. And the 1 pound loss, or 1 pound gain this week, yeah, it threw me. It really did throw me. I knew it was coming. I expected it to come, but seeing it, because I only weigh myself once a week, but seeing it, maybe it might have been better that I weigh myself every day. Maybe I would have seen on Sunday when I went crazy that on Monday I would have probably had 3 or 4 pounds. I probably did lose 2 pounds this week, but I probably gained 3 on Sunday because I went crazy eating. But in the past, I would have let that one day throw me, and I would have just been gone for the week, and then, you know, forget it, I'm done. I screwed up on Sunday at the beginning of the week. Might as well wait till next week. I don't do that anymore. So, you know, I'm developing a little bit of patience, but, you know, that line when I was up in heaven, that line was just so long, and I thought, I just don't have the patience to stand in this line, and I have no patience. Jim, on the other hand, has, in some instances, not all instances, but in some instances, he has a way more, like he's more task-driven. He has the patience to finish a task, whereas no. I think I have like, I think I'm ADD or something, because I'm just, even when anything I do, it's like I get so distracted so easily. And maybe that's why like I go off on a tangent and say different things like I'm talking about things. But I don't have patience. I don't ever remember a time in my life that I had patience. And now I have to have patience because I want to reach my 100 pounds. I was hoping to get it by my anniversary, which is July 2nd, but I'd have to lose 8 pounds. And let's face it, this girl is not going to lose 8 pounds. And I faced that realization, and I faced up to it, and I'm fine with that. But I've set a goal of somewhat in July. If you follow me for a while, you know this girl can't set goals. I just can't. I don't know what it is. I have no patience. That's why I can't set my goals. I have no patience. But patience is something I'm going to have to develop, because I am determined, and I know for a fact that I will reach my 100 pounds before the summer is over. I will be in Wonderland before my birthday in September. I know this for a fact. I know this with 100% certainty. And it's not like a goal that I'm setting. It's just a fact of life. And if I have to develop a little bit of patience to do that, pray for me. Because I do pray for patience every morning. It's just, if somebody's not doing something right, rather than teach them a lot of times, I'll just take over. And it's just how I've managed my life and how I do it, and it's just not the right way to do it, I know it, but see, it's a good thing I didn't go for a walk. That was the Best Buy calling to say they're on their way. They'll be here any minute, so after they put it in, I'll probably go for my walk then. I really look forward to my walks, I really do, but patience, it's such a long word too. Patience, P-A-T-I-E-N-C-E. I need it. I just really need it because I need to be patient. I know I'm going to make it, but I think the closer I get, the more anxious I get, and the more I don't want to wait. Oh well. Okay, while I was editing this video, it reminded me of a poem that I wrote. I know people tell me I should be a writer. I don't think I am, but anyway, I remember writing this poem, and it was patience. Patience is a virtue, but this I am told. But where is it packaged, and how is it sold? I always remember that line. I don't remember how the rest of the poem goes, but I know I had to write it one day for English, and I just didn't have the patience to write the poem, but I did write it. So, patience is a virtue, but where is it sold? And how is it packaged? No, wait a minute. Patience is a virtue. See, I can't even remember it. Patience is a virtue, this I am told, but where is it packaged and how is it sold? Because if I could find it to buy it, trust me, I would be making that purchase right away. That's about it. I was going to tell you a story, but I can't think of anything right off the top of my mind. Anything to do with patience, I know that. There's an example of patience that I did not have. I was teaching Danny how to ride a bike. He was 4. And he had just got a brand new bike for his birthday. And he was riding on his training wheels for probably about 3 or 4 weeks. And I just knew it was time he learned how to ride the bike. So we went out in front of the house, and like I'd run alongside of him, and he would always know as soon as I let go of it. The reason Jim didn't teach him how to ride a bike is because Jim was working out of town at the time. He was working in Philadelphia, and so I was home with the kids. My sister Mary lived with me, so she was able to stay home with Christy, and because Christy was just a baby. Christy was just little. And so anyway, I brought Danny out to ride his bike, and he wasn't learning how to ride the bike. He was just giving up. He was just giving up. And I was losing all sorts of patience, because this was like the third day. Third day we were out there every night running. I was running alongside of him trying to teach him how to ride the bike. And I refused to put the training wheels back on. And he wouldn't ride his bike. And so I said, today's the day you're going to learn to ride the bike. And he said, okay. So we went out there, and he wouldn't ride the bike. So I said, well, let's just walk the bike. So we walked the bike over 2 streets, walking the bike. And then we got on the bike to the thing, and I said, and it was starting to get dark. And I told him, I said, you're not going home till you learn how to ride the bike. And he said, but it's getting dark. And I was losing all patience with him. And at this point, I was not a good mother, because I was like really snapping at him because he just wasn't ready, I thought. He thought he just wasn't ready. But a part of me just knew. But I had no patience. I just knew I didn't want to come out here another day. We were not going to go out here one more day. So we were out, and we were running alongside in that, and he was trying to ride the bike, and he was not succeeding. And he was just having so many self-doubts. And he was losing patience with himself too, and I was losing patience with him. And it was really getting dark. The street lights had come on. Back then you had to be home when the street lights were on. And he says, oh, the street lights are on, we got to get home. And I said, we're not going home till you learn how to ride this bike. And he learned how to ride the bike. He learned that day when it was pitch black dark. It was like, my sister was even get worried because back then they didn't have cell phones. And so she was wondering, where is Sandy? Where is Sandy and Danny? Where did they go? I know she just went to learn how to ride the bike. And he just rode that bike, and he had so much pride on his face riding that bike. And so he says, oh, that's right, let's go home. So then I just kind of like half walked, jogged. Back then when I was younger, I could do that. And I was still fat. I was over 200 pounds. Not as big as I got to be, but I was pretty big at the time. I think I was probably about 210, 220. But I was so proud of him. But I lost so much patience with him. We were trying to learn ride the bike. But so then from that day on, when he got home, as soon as he got home, he picked up the training wheels and threw them in the garbage. Well, I picked them out of the garbage because I knew we were going to be using it for Christy's bike. But I was just so proud of him. I was just so proud of him. And he was so happy when he rode that bike. And he got on that bike, and he rode that everywhere. So I guess I did have patience because I stayed with him even when it got dark to learn how to ride the bike. But was losing patience in the meantime. So anyway, not a really great story, but a story nonetheless. So I will see you at breakfast. I am not going to go. I'm not going to have a lost weekend this weekend because I can't gain any more weight. So I have to start losing. If I'm going to get to my, no, not if. When I get to my weight, it's going to be because I've been being mindful of my eating, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's eat breakfast. Today is Saturday, June 6th. I started my day with a prayer. My quote is, at the end of the day, let there be no excuses, no explanations, and no regrets. I gained a pound, so I can't regret that. It's a 10-point breakfast, 4 points for my oatmeal, 1 point for my milk, 2 points for my toast, 3 points for my butter, and 0 for the egg, berries, banana, tea, and water. It's 10 points. I still have 13 points left for dinner. Well, I didn't show you my dinner because I didn't eat dinner. I had a very big breakfast, as you saw, and I'm just not that hungry. I probably have something a little bit later on, but I don't know. It's getting kind of late. It's 8:15, so I think I'm done eating for the day. It has nothing to do with the pound gain I had. It's just I had too much to eat and grazed on that for a while. But I wanted to thank Dee over at Dish with Dee. She did a Zoom meeting with me. I felt so loved. I never felt so much love, and it just made me feel so special, and I appreciate everybody that did attend. And I appreciate all of you guys. You guys give me so much support and love, and I just feel special. I just really feel so special, and I so appreciate it. I really don't have any plans for tomorrow. I'm going to attend my mass services on YouTube in the morning, and then I do watch my political shows. Jim makes fun of me because I watch CNN, and I watch Fox, and I watch NBC and ABC. He says, well, you got enough information going on there? I like to see all points of view, so I like to see different perspectives. And then I don't know that I might go in the pool tomorrow. I haven't decided. But, so, pretty successful day today. I'm glad I'm back on track. I'm glad it was just a one day last week. The reason I had the chocolate chip cookies is I didn't know she had chocolate chip cookies until I got to her house. And then I spotted them. Actually, Jim spotted them first. And she does make a good cookie. I'll give her that. She makes a really good cookie. So I'm going to close it out for now, and I will see you guys in the morning. And we got to remember to have patience. I need patience. I definitely need patience too. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and share it. And stay safe, stay healthy. Most importantly, be safe out there.